Alrighty, let's go and get started with some practice. What's up, by fire? Hope you're doing well. Let me do a little bit of practice first because E1's been kind of kicking my butt. Kind of need to change up some of these names. Hi, honey. Just kind of reload and resave these. He's gonna have a nice little Easter egg. There we go. That should at least be kind of funny. No glitches allowed in hell ever. I say this and I still have a pretty big glitch in E2M6. Anyways, we're gonna practice E1M3 because this one's really fast. Not doing any good If I get a pinky block on that side, then I'll use the other side. What was that barrel explosion? That was the first time barrel explosion. 52 is pretty bad, but hey, it's practice. I'm in the middle of this dogfight between this Infinite and Zombie Man. Hi. I ended up getting caught in the Yeah, the gears are really causing me if possible, but it's all blocked if they actually decide to target, so. Oh my god, get out of the way. God, I am so beat up coming out of that section. Nice shotgun. It is amusing how little this level you need to play for a normal route. Oh, that didn't work. I can't have that happen. Does not want to move. Well, I gotta do this. It's still better than getting stuck entirely. I think it's just fast. I think that'd be the fastest enemy outside of the It's surprising how fast Cyber Demons and Spider Masterminds actually move. Like, they don't look like they move fast, they actually move really fast. One more time here. That shotgun already died. Did I really get damage rolled like this? It's hard to get such good damage. practice E1 5. This is also barely. Get me back down! I'll probably just grab this from there. Anything to preserve my health and not die. Something exploded. Oh, get out of the way. Nice elastic collision, I saw that. And then I guess E1 M7 needs some practice. Oh my god, that's so many things. I downgrade my armor. Rocket on this save file for some reason. Wow. This is why I hate this fight. Oh, yeah. Let's try for the 3 and 4 strat. I wanted to get in the middle there. Save files are consistent. I should have 11 rockets here. That's what I route for, is 11 rockets. Such a slim death, though. Okay. Well, I think we'll go ahead and get started here. Is my mic working? I want to make sure the mic's actually working. Okay, it is. I was concerned my mic wasn't going. With that, we'll go ahead and start the attempts. 3, 2, 1, go. We're just gonna do no reset runs, just practice for the marathon tomorrow. E1 was really the only purpose of like practice because that's the most combat oriented. So I can fix that. Here. That should be better then. I just turned the game audio down. How you doing, Spectre? I know I was messing with sound settings a little while back. It doesn't help that I keep my mic pretty far away, but I don't think if I like it out of view. I'm weird like that. Yeah, it is over there. Yeah, you can get some good rest. Bad start. The imps are all getting pissed off at everybody else. Okay. Oh my god, that's a huge traffic jam. They were nice enough to shoot everything around me that was blocking me, so... Oh, it's in a good spot, at least. Okay. 48's okay. Not super amazing, but okay for a marathon run. Alright, can we get this first try? Okay. Bad. That somehow worked. Okay. Sorry about that. Ah! I'm getting lift bug. I was a little slow on that, so I got lift bug. Grab this over here. A little bit of pacifist. Oh, that was close. I almost took a barrel to the face. I'm stuck. I was very stuck. Somehow we managed to skip that line depth, though. Nice. Glad we didn't get both med kits in here. That'll help. As you can see, there are a lot of enemies in this level. 131 enemies. It's a lot. Uh-oh. How did you not die from that? I swear. The 1 in 8 chance is strong sometimes. Perfect. The RNG just lines up really nicely if you do it that way. Okay, they're at least pissed off at each other. I could have easily been shot twice in the face and died. A little scary. Okay, now we gotta get past the imps on the blockade here, which is always kind of hard. Nope. Oh, okay, that works. I didn't think I was actually gonna get that. Okay, you won 6, to be honest. But the processing's not easy to get a good time in sometimes. Maybe I'll do it later. Like I said, the 1 in 8 chance is strong. It's been a really, really good start, though. Oh, get out of the way. They keep exploding barrels in this run. They are targeting those barrels so hard. $119 ain't a bad time there. That's pretty decent. Alright, let's do the 3 and 4 inch strat. He's over there. Can't believe that actually worked. I didn't think I was going to. All in all, decent E1. Like, I know that says 30 seconds behind, but for E1, that's pretty damn good, because my E1 was gold in my BB. And, it's not that far off from my best episode time. So I can't complain. I can't complain about the shotgunners, though. Get out of there. And stay out. At least these levels I can breathe. They're not very difficult. Just kind of chill here. Nice hit. Had a little bit of extra time to set that up because I wasn't sure on my angle. Good. Ah, I didn't push him far enough. Ow. The hit scanner really dented me. Out of my way. Give me that. Alright, a little bit of a sloppy ending, but hey, that works. I guess I should probably do more talking during my practice runs today, because I'm not going to have my commentator like I normally do. I've self-commentated this before, so that's not a huge deal, but I do like having an extra commentator. If this is a little bit difficult to self-narrate at times with how hectic it gets. Let's hope we don't die here in the secret. Oh, Kako, what are you doing there? Okay, I don't need the soul skewers. Nice, I was able to get a 0 press right there. Very far away. The RNG was still favorable, thankfully. Nice smooth turns. Thank you, Pinky, for getting out of the way. Alright, good E2 and 5. Let's see what happens here. Get distracted. Alrighty, trick time. Got the 2 tough tricks immediately. There we go. little slow, but alright. Not too far. Come on. Come on, a little more. Nah, too far still. Really tough to get, like, just right here. Sliding just a little too fast. Come on. Come on. Barely not making it. Barely shooting past it. Come on, hand. Stay steady so I can do this. Let's regrip my hand position. Finally. That took forever. Oh well, it happens. The beauty of marathon runs. Damn. Come on. There we go. Third try. Okay. That's acceptable. That's more acceptable than M6 was. Where are you going, man? One rocket away, of course. Alright, yeah, bad M6 is pretty costly, but that happens. Not an easy trick. Especially when you have hands like mine. They're surprisingly unsteady. Makes me wonder why I run FPSs. I don't know about that. Get out of that. 38's still okay. Actually a lot faster than average. My M1s are usually a lot worse. Especially if I get cackle blocked. Giant ass hand. Health isn't great. We can make this work, but down. That makes things kind of sketchy here. Okay, at least I didn't get blocked, so I should be okay here. It isn't great health, but it's acceptable. You got out of the way. Ooh, that was scary. Almost fell in the hole. Alright, let's see how the yellow key grab is going to do today. Oh, out of the way. This let's go. No, I can't. Okay, good enough. Oh, the lift is a little stuck because it thinks I'm still under it. What is going on here? What? How did the Cacodemon end up in this room? I'm pretty sure I saw a Caco in there. Bizarre. So bizarre. Alright. One nade don't happen. Thank you. I got all of them in one shot. It's not bad. Alright. Is Limbo gonna cause me problems? Let's find out. I've been missing a lot of the SR-50s lately. I've also been missing picking up this red key. I'll hit the door without having it in my pocket. From there. Uh-oh. Back up. This is why we have extra cells anyway, so it's fine. This got the backwards one. Go out to the ball game. That is not right. This last one up the way. Yeah, this. Could have been better, could have been worse. Bye-bye, next time. A decent even stuff. Still saved like a tiny amount of time. I'll have to hit the baby second by accident. They're like not touching the line decks at all. Okay. Guess we're doing it this way. We're doing it this way then. Just gonna really kill now. Scary, but we can make it work. We always do. Poison. Or gunfire. I was actually expecting poison. Whoa, that Caco was aiming all the way up. Decent still. Oh, almost saved over the wrong game. Okay, well I guess I'm just not gonna do that. Somehow managed to get on the ledge still. That was incredibly lucky. I didn't even get my BFG shot off because I was in panic mode. And I still managed to clip the ledge just barely. So hilarious how dull this map really is when you're not secret hunting. That hit me. plasma. Oh, that was close. Almost shot right past the exit. Just barely got back on. Alright, time for Cyber. Come on, Cyber. Shoot. Uh-oh. Yeah, I got a rocket to the face. That hurt. God, I hate this piece of crap. Oh! What the hell? Popped me right in the face with that one. Oh. The RNG is not kind right now. Oh, I'm not even on the platform. I thought it was on the platform. Oh my goodness. That took so many shots too, because I was not shooting in good spots. Oh well, we're out of that. We're out of that. Don't worry about it. Just do the thing. Alright, at least that was good. This level is easy as a whole. Stay there. I think that was actually gonna hit. Alright, time's gonna be when I exit here. Okay. That E4 as a whole was actually pretty decent aside from M6 being M6. But a 23 is a good time. 23 is a pretty decent time for practice. Okay, so the plan is to do 3 practice runs total, so we're gonna do 2 more. Interestingly, I lost the most time on E2. I was just not getting the switch press. It almost took as long as E1. What's gonna happen to Daisy, our pet rabbit? I don't know. Poor Daisy. Okay, well, next stop, Hell on Earth. No, we're going back to the moon bases. 3, 2, 1, go. Like I said, I want to just do 3 no-risk reset runs. Just get some decent time put in. We'll see if E1 goes as smooth this time, but usually it doesn't. Like, within 30 seconds is actually really good on me. Considering everything that can go wrong in this episode. And trust me, often a lot goes wrong. I'm like 2 minutes behind the this episode. Someone's gonna pop to take out these shotgunners just to make sure they don't bother as much. The risk-reward balance thing, like, you want to just slow down just enough to take care of the biggest threats. And then everything else is just kind of wing. Ow. Or you get shot in the back. Or you get trapped like this. That's always fun. Let's see what's in here. Thankfully, they're all moving out of the way. Or shooting each other out of the way. Lucky me. Really? I heard the use press sound, but the door did not open. Did I really target the wall next to it? Oh, the Doom engine certainly is a special thing. Ah, let's change it a little bit. Okay, there we go. Okay, we were getting lift bugged anyway, so the time loss didn't matter. I was afraid those barrels behind me were gonna get kicked out. Good start so far. Why are they already dead? What the hell happened there? The zombie men were already gone. Not very. Okay, that works. That works, I guess. Come over here. A little bit of a weird pattern, but made it work. Like weird bunches up. They've been bunching up weird patterns today. All of them died from that. Oh, this is bad. Okay, that works. Good. Did I really just hit the ledge? I think I did. The rocket did like nothing. How did the Spectre end up in there? Targeting each other, so that helps. Almost hit that. Almost hit that edge by accident. So close. So far, so good. I'm not even gonna... I just want to have one less rocket than usual anyways. Where did my other rocket go? Did I not pick something up? I don't think I fired any extra rockets. I think I just didn't pick something up. We're back on track. I might just shoot a few more bullets in this room so I don't have any more. Not much slower than usual, though. It's honestly about the same. They're all at the exit door! What? Oh my goodness, I've never seen them clump up like that. I have never seen all of them just clump up at the exit door. Wow. Oh, that's bad. Can't do anything else. That's really early. We're gonna stop that. There. Okay. Still pretty good. Big deaths, so I'll take it. Although I had to reset on that jump because waiting for the stairs really is slow. Definitely gonna need to grab Berserk because I have no health. Got the jump at least. Wasn't sure if I was gonna make that in time. Over here. I think everything there is straight foot. Let's hit this Caco blocks here again. Oh, yes he is. They're all being a pain in the ass. I had to skip the medkit too, so yeah. Health isn't great. Oh, especially now I'm getting poison tick damage and getting shot in the back. I do not like this. They didn't even open the door for me. Freaking jerks. They just let it slam into my face. I will have to grab the... Wow, nice kill. Nice kill. I can't even be mad about that one. 2 in a row. Come on, man. Okay, there we go. 3rd time's the charm. Okay. Let's go ahead. At least this one was easy. It's interesting to see the textures change as you get deeper and deeper into E2. Like, you just kind of feel like that color texture. Alright, is this going to be a little kinder to me this time? Let's find out. Come on. Okay, I'll have to put 1 extra rocket, that's fine. Because there's one in, there's one in the next level. There we go. Okay, that was at least a lot faster. Okay, so we do need to pick up the extra rocket. Get around this Kako. Get that rocket. Oh, just barely missed that on the angle. Okay, that works. Decent. On that, we only need like 190 cells. Okay, that was okay, all things considered. I'm not sure we're wasting more time, the Dema Flab jets or the glide, but it's still pretty okay. Oh, the Kakos are out of the way. Nice. Triple imp kill with one shot. Amazing. That's pretty rare. Okay, it's not gonna be a 15, that's for sure. Probably still get a 16. Okay, yeah, still get a 16. You don't even need SR50 to get a 16 in that level, or a 15 in that level. You just need to go get SR40 movement. Ah, blocked. Okay. Nope, grab the HG first. Thank you. I always wonder why that was. I'm not sure that went by accident. It's a sandy gap. Ah, you didn't go any. Dave. Bad boy. Oh, nice. They're gonna fight each other. Alright, let's see how the key bump goes. Come on. I'm way off right. I got lucky that they reopened it for me, so... Not a great M4, but happens. Let's see how many fingers you get with this shot. I'm gonna say 4. Get 4 shots. I think that was exactly 4. What time are we gonna get for Limbo, though? Not 106 or something last time. I'll get shot in the face, though. Oh, nice. It just happened to be right behind me. Ooh, it's actually kind of risky. Okay, we're alright. We're okay. Somehow. Ow. Ah, okay. Go away? Thank you. He let me just run off of him, thank goodness. I love that momentum preservation thing. Okay, I might actually die with low health this time. Okay. We're okay. I was a little concerned I wouldn't be. Okay, that's everything on that side, actually. Good, everything's dead. How do I want to do this? I think I'll just keep going. I think we'll do this. That is not against defense. That is also not against defense. This is sketchy. Alright, we're just gonna try and make it work here. Oh, don't shoot me. Somehow made it work. Might die. Yep. Died right before I could get to the medkit. We're in. Come on, get it. There we go. Oh shit, where is that? There, we're gonna reload. I mean, I have to do this again. Wow. That is awful health. We're just gonna make it work, hopefully. It's pretty bad, but we can make it work. I've had worse. Somehow. What do you think all denizens do while they're waiting for Doomgat to show up? They just wait forever. And ever. And ever. Going and going. Like the internet, funny. How are you not dead? Three. Oh. How are you not dead? Oh my goodness. They want to make this level as exciting as possible, and it's not supposed to be an exciting level. It's really not supposed to be. It's supposed to be very easy. Where are you aiming, Harvey gun? I'm trying to shoot the soldiers all the way up there at the top. Alright, health is good, but armor is not, so be cautious. I am amazed that actually hit. Unfortunately, I still have no armor. Ow, I was just too close for the splash damage. Okay, good. I do need help, though, so we're gonna have to go get the dessert. That was still better than last time. I was actually like running on that angle. Nice. I'm gonna need to go get the extra stuff here. I just don't have the health to do that. What are you doing there? Okay, fine. Very sloppy ending, but hey, we're gonna have it. And we're out. Oh, 22. Okay. Well, I lost a minute in E4, which is pretty good. Alright, I need to do one with more like self-commentary because I have to commentate through my run tomorrow, so we'll do another run in a second. We'll self-commentate. Just to make sure I'm ready. Alrighty, y'all. We're gonna get one more run in. It's Doom. We love Doom. We gotta have our fun. I do not want to start with E4. That would be an interesting choice. That would actually be ideal for running. Do 4-1-2-3, but that's not how we do things, so. Anyways, 3, 2, 1. Alrighty, so this is Doom, the classic FPS in 93 that really kicked off Stealing. We're going to grab this armor and a shotgun early on. This is not the fastest way, but we just need to look down the road. Well, this guy's pretty cool. So, there are two kinds of strafe running in this game, strafe running being the fastest movement. There's SR40 and SR50. SR40 is just moving forward or back and strafing to the side at the same time. That gives you about a 28% speed boost. SR50 is that, plus you need to hold the strafe key and a turn button, and this gives you a little bit more speed to up to 41% speed over normal running, but it locks your turning angle in place. So we use that only for straightaway tricks. And there are definitely some important tricks that need that speed. Anyways, episode 1 is the most combat-heavy episode of the whole, so it's pretty difficult coming up on the first really hard level of the run. So I'm talking about firing. We're going to try to slow down as little as possible. We're going to kind of beat up here. There are just hit scanners literally. Actually, good, it's not extra help. So hit scanners, the shotgunners and the zombie men, the shots are instant. If they choose to hit you with their accuracy, then there's nothing you can do. They're not like projectiles that you dodge. So you want to pick up the shotgunners if possible and just kind of dance around everything else. Because the shotgunners can do up to 45 damage in one hit, and there are a ton of them, especially here in episode 1. That's where we're out of that. Pinkies also have a lot of health, so we try as much as dance around them as possible. A little sketchy here. This zombie man didn't want to move. Everything in this game is very random. Enemy movement is random, enemy damage is random, the spread on your shotgun shots is random. A lot of this game is just improv into the randomness, and you have kind of a set plan, but you work around it as possible. I'm going to pick up a little bit of extra health in the backpack, and then we have our first instance of an SR50 trick, so if we just get a very precise angle and run, we can hit this ledge and go straight to the yellow field, which ends the level pretty much immediately, so we can just get straight to the exit room. So, with that down, we are now in the hardest level of episode 1, which is probably a beating, to say the least. This is a long, difficult level. We are going to pick up a rocket launcher here, so to help even things out. Not going to shot the face a lot. See, that was what, a 39 damage hit? That's really how deadly shotgunners are without armor. So we're going to save here. Enemies can infight too. Usually only the different types of monsters can infight, but hit scanners can fight anything. If you go through this a little bit past this, so that we can avoid alerting some monsters. Monsters have different types of cues. They can either be deaf, or they can wake up when they hear sounds, or they can just have to, they'll see you from far away. There's just a lot of different things. You have to look at the map data to determine what's the best way to approach things. As you can tell, there are a lot of enemies in this level. There are... Getting beat up hard. Shoot. Okay. Oh, glad I saved there. This is pretty common with episode 1. Ultra violence is just a ruthless skill. Like, it's the hardest normal skill. But we don't run Nightmare typically for reasons. It has its own separate category. We've got the blur artifact, which helps reduce the accuracy of hit scanners, so that'll at least help give me some cover. Exit room that's very dark. Rocks and stuff like pinkies we're out. Okay, so we have a little trick right here. So this room normally locks after 30 seconds, or it locks for 30 seconds, but if we have a shotgunner blocking the door with his head, the door is very polite and immediately goes sorry, and immediately comes right back up and allows us to exit the room immediately. Saves us 30 seconds right there. We also picked up a chain gun, which is very useful for E1. Just a good source of damage. Doing the chain gun cha-cha, as the instruction manual likes to say. We'll take this hidden backdoor area to the yellow key, allows us to skip a big maze. And then we're going to play pacifist for a bit, because we want to get around some monsters. There's a bunch of imps in this corridor right here. See if we can get past them. Ah, perfect. Got past most of them, that's fine. You can get stuck there pretty badly. So this takes us to a secret area with 10 extra rockets, which would be very useful for the boss of this episode. And it also gets us a soul switch, so Alright, so this last area is pretty scary. The rocket launcher is extremely powerful and also extremely deadly to get hit by, so we have to be very careful to take our shots out. So I'm going to very carefully bait enemies, and we're just going to rush the exit before this move flows in more rockets than I wanted to. So here we have one last hard level in the episode. Really fun, like the roulette is fun, but there's going to be a lot of backtracking in this level, so we want to get rid of enemies where possible. Okay, so we're talking about most of the shotgunners here. Zombie men are not nearly as threatening, but we're always able to shotguns. That extra rocket. My rocket router is very particular for this episode. Oh nice, managed to get past a bunch of paintballs that were just kind of ready to jump. Soften up these enemies for later. Take a secret back to the other side of the level. There's a soul sphere right there. We're gonna get the blue key behind here. Play a little bit more pacifist because we want to get ahead of this monster closet coming up. And then we're just going to chain down our way to the end. So I want to target the zombie men where possible. The zombie men have the least amount of health and 20 health. As for reference, the imps have triple that. They have 60 HP, which is quite a lot for the chain gun. So we want to just kind of cut through the infantry where possible. So last corridor coming up right here. A lot of shotgunners here. And we get out of there. Nice. Alright, so that brings us to our first boss level. The 8th level of every episode is a boss stage. And we're going to get this hidden soul sphere for safety and the armor. We have 2 Barons of Hell coming up, appropriately called the Bruiser Brothers by the original developers. So, this is a little scary, so I'm going to fire 3 and 4. I don't think I killed him. Okay. Uh-oh. I'm not this trick this rate. Nope, we're not going to do this trick. Damn. Alright, well, we're going to have to take the stairs of shame. So we could have used this lift that was lower, and we could have used that as kind of a ledge. You can't really jump, but you can get a little bit of height when it's still lowering, and that allows you to get right onto this platform. So now we just reduce our health to death right there. The level ends when you hit 10 HP or less, and we are now in episode 2. Overall, decent still. Despite some issues here and there, but it's E1. It's the most combat-oriented episode. The next 2 episodes will be significantly easier to hold, thankfully. First, though, we have to get rid of this Pinky Rush. So, most of episode 1 was designed by John Romero, and the remainder of the game was developed by Sandy Peterson, who was contracted just, 8 weeks before release? Might have been more than that. So, his levels have a very different feel. They're still fun to play, but they're going to be a lot less heavy on the combat. And going to be focused more on, like, puzzles and weird geometry and such. Just a good change of pace. Now the Berserk Pack refills you to 100 health and also increases your punching power for the rest of the level. We don't care too much about the punching power in this game. There's not a whole lot of use, but the extra health is really nice. We'll take a little bit of a detour here. Get a hidden Plasma Gun. Plasma Gun is really great in this game. It's basically the jack of all trades, and we're going to make a SR-50 jump to get to the exit immediately, because that skips me to get him at the keys. And if we did miss that, there was a backup, so it wasn't a problem, but hey, we got it first try. This level is mostly just about movement. We talked about the monster manipulation. So enemies tend, like, they're very random, but when they wake up, they tend to try to move towards you, so we can do some good monster manipulation and get around enemies where possible. There's still going to be some improv depending on where they move. It's hard to know where they're going to be if we do things in very specific ways. Overall, very smooth and through. Okay, so speaking of consistent monster movement, we're going to try and get an imp get stuck on a door for us. There's a little bit of geometry right here where the imp can actually get stuck, and that can keep the door open for us. Yep, he's stuck right there. Perfect. That keeps the door open. We can just run right past. Barons also start showing up as regular enemies now, so you gotta be careful. Like, they're not too dangerous with a lot of room to move, but they can be a little scary. Peek with Plasma, and instantly save us way faster than activating these lifts. And our health is in decent spots, so we can skip needing to get the Soul Sphere here, which is great. This level's pretty uninteresting, so this is a good time for 1 or 2 donations. Small as well. We'll get a little bit of donation time here. Wall runs are pretty interesting. So the game's physics are a little weird, and if you run at walls at certain angles, they can give you a huge speed boost. Anyways, we're coming up on the 2 big tricks for episode 2. So we have the Void Blast, only like out of bounds in the whole run here, as soon as I stop dying. Get out of the way. Pitch Files. I'm gonna grab the Berserk to be safe. But anyways, we're gonna do 2 things here. We're going to first do momentum preservation against this corner. I'm going to line up at a very specific angle. We're just going to cat backwards and hopefully get this soon. This is a bit of an annoying trick. So we're going to build up speed. So you see the wobbling? So we're going to turn run back on. We're going to use a rocket to push us out. So that wall, as long as we can move faster than 32 ticks per tick, 32 units per tick, we can move past the wall, so we use the rocket to get us just a little bit of push. Now we still have to push the exit switch from out here. This is a little tricky. I'm using vertical mouse movement to try and get in position, just very easily inch myself over. Okay, autobone is off. So we're just going to just carefully try and ease myself. So the sound cue helps because if I'm too far right, I'll hear the oomph sound, and nice. And if I'm too far to the left, I won't hear anything. So now we get the other big trick. So we can't jump in this game, but we can have a rocket push us really, really fast. So we're going to actually just shoot a rocket off of the wall and push us all the way into the exit. which is pretty tricky here. And we actually got it first try, which is nice. Excellent. So that brings us to the boss level here. So we actually have the Cyber Demon right here. So Cyber Demons have immunity to smash damage. So we can't get a whole lot of damage with rockets like we intended to. So because of that, we save a whole bunch of energy for it. It's very, very good. There's also a bunch of lost souls roaming around. They really want to get in the way, so they keep beating like plasma shots. We might not know this enough. Yeah, oh, that was just enough. Keep the change. That's E2. Alright, E3. This is the easiest episode technically, but also has the worst start with these Cacodemons. These Cacodemons move very, very randomly and look just get in the way and kill me. Like this. This is awful. Yep. Alright, we're gonna wait. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is awful lot. Okay, we're gonna do this. See if I can move them a little farther. No, they just want to stay in the way. No. Screw y'all. Jerks. Typical E3 start. If you were doing episode 3 attempts, you reset there. You reset on this level a lot. It's just crap for ammo and resources and everything just gets in the way. Like this exit room coming up right here is what, 7 imps I think? 8? 8 imps. So you want to kill as little as possible so you can get out of there. That was close. Yeah, this level, thankfully, is very easy in comparison. We're just going to pick up a quick secret for some supplies. And if you look at this level in using the in-game map, it's really great because it looks like a giant can. Sandy Peterson map design is certainly worth a thing. Alright, so the Doom engine is not a true 3D engine. It's actually used for some tricks, like a Z offset. So this actually means when we try and jump past enemies, they actually have infinite height. So it's very possible I can get blocked by a pinky right here. Thankfully that didn't happen. We're going to pick up the BFG right here, our final weapon. Really, really good for crowd control. I'll talk about that a little bit later. Talk about armor over here. There's 2 armor classes in this game. There's there's green armor, which reduces damage dealt by 1/3. And then there's blue armor, which reduces damage by 1/2, which is really good. We've got another SR-50 coming up right here. So, the way Doom does collision checks is a little bit strange. It actually checks to see if you can get an item before checking if the movement is actually valid. So we're going to abuse that and actually grab a key through the wall. We'll have just enough speed to be able to grab the key, and the game's like, oh, you're not supposed to be here, and then put this outside the wall. So, set up for SR-50, and got it first try. So I actually did a backwards straight right there to grab the key through the wall, which means I'm grabbing the key with my butt. So you heard it here, folks. Doom Guy's got good booty, and this is canon. But that allows you to just skip that entire switch maze, which is really nice, because those imps tail you a lot. So, let's talk a little bit about speedrunning and this port. So I'm actually playing this on PSDA Doom Source Port. Source Ports are just a great modern way to play the game. Basically, you can keep the original physics or such, have quality of life features, and they just run better on modern systems. So PSDA Doom's a great one. Crispy Doom is also another great one. That's really great for speedrunning because speedrunning in this game uses demo files. This actually makes Doom like the first real speedrunnable game because you could create demos using the in-game system, and share those really tiny input files because they just basically play back your input with the same RNG every time. So this is why Doom really took off as like the first speed game back in the day. Also, this is our favorite texture in the game, Fire Blue. It is the destroyer of streams, so we're going to look at it as much as possible right here, and I'm not sorry. The greatest test for the RTMP. So we've got a big switch maze and teleporter maze coming up right here. So I'm going to talk about the BFG. So the BFG has two main components. It has this giant ball that shoots out, and then after the ball is shot and it explodes, a bunch of invisible tracers do that. And the invisible tracers shoot from Doom Guy's current position, but at the angle the ball was fired at. And this actually does the bulk of the damage. So what does this mean? Well, the easiest way to think of it is that you want to shoot your ball at the target and then run it immediately up to it and give it a hug. That is the second run in a row that has happened. So yeah, BFG definitely the biggest source of damage in the whole game. This whole level is also broken by SA50 because we're just going to get this key without raising a bridge. And we're going to jump to this without raising a bridge. We're going to take out these lock souls ahead of time because they would like to get in the way. And then we're also going to make one last jump to the exit. Now if I overshoot this, I soft lock, so I'm going to be very careful here. Oh, they're all right. Just get rid of them. I have a setup for this to make it a little bit easier. But it's also not always consistent with the angles. Okay, there we go. Yeah, if you fall off, you soft lock. So it didn't happen. So that brings us to the boss level in the Power Grid BFG. So here's the Spider Mastermind. There was the Spider Mastermind. That is BFG right there. And with that, we are on episode 4, which is the expansion episode of the game. And everybody who's played this game casually and played through this expansion knows how extremely brutal this first level is. Or just this episode in general here. This level has a green armor and 10% health. That is it. That's all we get. And thankfully there's a rocket launcher and some other useful things. Okay, I'm gonna get rid of this. I do not like Leo. We're gonna do an SR-50 to grab this key through the wall there using the key grabs. And I'm gonna try not to fire after I pick up the blue key here because a bunch of pinkies will run to the room otherwise. And thankfully the Baron stayed out of the way, so actually we got out of the level pretty unscathed compared to normal. Now we have more tricks, because if you thought grabbing a key through a wall was interesting, why don't we just grab an entire BFG through a wall right here? This has actually been known for a long time. I'm just gonna grab this BFG through the wall, hopefully before these cacos get me. Nope, I'm gonna have to reload. There is a consistent setup for this, but it's a little faster to do it this way, especially if the cacos like getting in the way. So we're gonna use this huge jump that skips the level. We're gonna ignore the cyber demon that's on the side there. Get all these cells because I need all of those cells to do things. Alright, and now we have another rocket gem. This one's going to be really tricky here, that's why I'm saving the horror hand on the save file. We're actually going to do a rocket jump off of a lost soul. And that went very poorly, so this is actually kind of a bad angle here. But we got a second try, so that works. So it skips the entire level there. That level, like, was actually pretty handy before that skip was done, because you would get a mega armor, you get a backpack, to be able to hold extra cells and stuff. So it made it a lot easier. But it's just simply faster to just ignore those supplies and just go straight. So, it is what it is. So let's go ahead and talk about Doom speedrunning again for just a second. The demo system, this is what makes things difficult, is that source ports and the original executable, they require a single segment for the demo system. If you die without exiting the level, or if you push escape to pause, you break the demo. So this is actually what makes original Doom speedrunning pretty difficult. So thankfully, if this seems like it would be too hard, you're not dedicated for it. The modern re-releases of the game, the Unity port, and now the new 2024 Kex port, have their own boards as well. So you can speedrun this game pretty much however you like. It's very flexible. You have some great communities on both ends, both the classic side and the modern port side. I just prefer doing the source port side because I like the original feel like this. And I think the demo system is a great piece of history and still actually quite useful for preservation. This level's pretty uninteresting. We're just gonna get some supplies here. They want us to get a yellow key to get to the exit, but why do that when you can jump through this window right here? And with that, we are now on the hardest level in the run by far. This is the level that every full game runner dread doing. Because we're just going to skip most of this level by getting to this teleporter and then making this huge jump. So we have skipped most of the level. Now, we're going to get all the way to the end of this cabin here, and we're going to open the trigger that opens the exit. And the thing is, this exit is guarded by a cyber demon. We have to kill this cyber demon to leave. And this is also by far the hardest Cyber Demon fight in the entire Classic series, because there's almost no room move. So I'm going to try and get Beta to do something. He's not doing anything. It's just popping in the face with the rocket. This is pretty typical, unfortunately. But I want to get some infighting. I want infighting to happen, but it's not being nice. I'm probably going to die here. Yep, I just turned into a puddle sludge. Positions of this Kakos is also not good right now. Wow, this is like really rough. Oh, please stay there. Oh god, he's open again. I ran right into the rocket that was aimed at the other Kako. So yeah, this is typical E4 M6. So the intended way is to pretty much get into vulnerability. That takes way too long to get. But this is miserable luck right now. Like, this is absolutely miserable luck. Uh-oh. Okay, I got very lucky that he was distracted by both Kakos in the room. Yeah, that is pretty much how episode 1 was. I remember single-second demos. Very difficult. Alright, we've got one more SR-50 trick coming up right here, so we can actually jump straight to the exit if we line up our angle properly and do not get thrown off course. And because of the height thing, we can just push the exit switch that's still in the floor. And with that, we are now on the last level of the run. It's been a fun run. This one's thankfully a lot easier than most of the others, as long as I don't take too much damage. I do have to do one more rocket jump. That takes too long. I don't like waiting. Get past the barrels here. Got one more soul switch. Alright, and now all we have to do is make this rocket jump. No problem. And we're gonna take down the Spider Mastermind. He just died. He's died. Okay. Time is coming up once I exit the level when I hit the center. I'm gonna try and jump in from here. Oh, nope, we're gonna walk it in. Okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And that's Doom. That's Doom 1 right there. UV speed. 58 with commentary ain't bad. Not too bad. Alright. I think that's enough Doom practice for tomorrow. I think that'll be about as good as it's gonna get. Ugh, not bad. But now we need to go set up for pump because I need to do some pump things. So we're gonna go play some pump. So with that, I'm going to put y'all on break. I will set up for pump. Those on YouTube, I will have a new link up in a bit, but I'll see y'all in a bit. Alrighty, y'all. Should be all nice and set for pump now. So, I'm gonna try and get at least a little bit of practice done for marathon stuff. Like AAPI is still a couple weeks away, so we're not too worried about that right now, but definitely want to be sure I'm ready for everything. So we're gonna do a little bit of that. Might try and improve a couple 26s today, because two very good people got Doppelganger, and I feel like my score needs to be fixed because it's not even top 100 now. So why don't we actually like try to score Doppelganger? Anyways, let's get started here. Let's see what we got here. I'm gonna start with Yon turn actually. I passed it, it's right there. It's right here. Yeah, we're just gonna hit up just a few of these. Good enough. Ending's always a little scary. What's up, Roman? Yeah, that would be perfectly fine for a practice, like a marathon prep. We're just here to show a good time. That's all we need. I did want to hit this one for you guys to know, because this was like the defining Max song for me. And this one was a big one when it came out. It is very important. It's also the only one in the series that's not 128 BPM. I don't know why I changed it. this. Oh
Absolutely perfect!
well. But that's just good.
Stage.
Good, nice, clean charting. At a time where it desperately needed some. God knows where we would have been if Fiesta didn't take it the way it did. I went back and actually reread a bunch of Agu's blogs, and NXA development was even more cursed than I remembered. And it really does explain a lot of like why NXA flopped. If they didn't get their crap together with Fiesta, the game was probably going to be dead. So thankfully we got a good mix after.
Level 18.
Fixed a lot of the problems.
Difficulty zone double.
Alright.
Series first to 0 Phoenix.
I've been messing up Numano, so let's fix Numano. Numano ultramicroscopic volcanoconiosis. Almost had it. Almost had it. It's such a tongue twister. I didn't get that out. Come on, Neil. Get it. Come on, Zilo. Pay attention. Maybe I'm still NX pilled right now. I want to play a handsome character, not stuff that I actually need to play. I cannot do any of these right. Wow, we didn't do any of that right. There was not a single section that went right. Nice counts though.
You did a really great job!
Like at the very least, I shouldn't be getting more than 5.
Game
So
over!
that was pretty bad. I could do another Gazu song, but I honestly just want to do this one. Just because title alone will get people's attention. That is not the correct difficulty. Genius. I think the brain is fried after Doom. This is why I don't do very long streams. Ellie and I might play some multi-Doom or Quake later though, so I don't know if we're gonna stream that if we do it, but I think that'd be fun, because I need to do something else. We don't do enough non-music game speedrun stuff these days. Be good to shake it up. but still pretty bad. Yeah. Like I said, I shouldn't be getting more than 5.
Next
Not letting the brain work. Okay.
New team online matching.
Alright.
Difficulty zone series first to 0. Phoenix.
What else in here do I need to fix? That at some point. But not today.
Are you ready?
Yeah, that comes down to the freaking ending. That's so bad. It's gonna be hard to warm up on this, but we'll play it a few times. I don't know why my score on this is so bad. I probably only played it once. Hey everyone. What's up, Ethos? Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's why it's a 23. I wish they would stop putting in a billion brackets and everything at the end and calling it 23. Alright. Alright, Conrad. If that's how you want it. If that's how you want it,
Next stage.
we'll fix it. Because God, that just kind of just hurts at the end. This is very much not my kind of chart. Anyways, what's up, Mythos? Hope you're doing good. The song is fine, but also at the same time it manages to be very unmemorable. It's really strange. Better. Better by a pretty significant amount, so that's okay.
Wow!
Okay.
You're awesome!
Better. It's the same deal with Underworld, so it's fine.
Record!
Yeah, I think it's just the way the song is structured that, like, Risa's Yuzuki's voice never really gets to come through, like, for a very intense finale. Like, it's just too covered up by everything else. That chart is fun. Annoying fun, but fun.
Game over!
But I don't really play that often. Like I said, the song is fine, but it's also just not memorable. Even with it being, like, a pretty different style. Oh well, I do applaud them for taking something a little different from the norm for licenses. I was talking a little bit about Doppelganger earlier, and I'm not even in top 100 for this chart, so I kind of need to fix it. I can kind of get that. Like, I get it. Okay, so we need to actually hit things in the beginning. We need to actually hit things. Play it out. Just watch it for a second. And don't drop these. That was everything. Yeah, there's always a first for everything.
Easy! Next stage!
That's what I get for not paying attention. It's like, oh, it stays here, right? No, it does not. close. Like in terms of like how close life form was, I don't know. There we
That's
go.
the way to go.
Barely.
Wow! New record!
I guess shout outs to Tusa and Jedkim for kicking me to actually try in terms of scoring. Could still be better. Yeah, that was just barely clear. I wasn't sure if that was actually going to make it, but hey, we take it.
Next stage.
It's not my first clear, but it's a hell of a lot cleaner in terms of score. Because the first time, the first clear was just very sloppy. I had 0.01% probably.
No, it was 0%, like World Max like.
Yeah, there were when we did item war. I remember when we did item war for the World Max run, the results screen, we did pass because it's a forced break on mission, but the life screen said 0.0%. This game definitely does track decimals a little farther than that, so thank goodness it does. So cool, that's a good improvement. That might actually be some pumpability right there, AAA plus. I think that is pumpability. Let's take a look. I'm just gonna let that die while I take a look. Here, well, I can turn this monitor on. Let's have a look.
Hey, why don't you just get up and dance, man?
I did want to check the over 20 as well. Yeah, thank you. Praise be. I wasn't even on the board yet for Doppelganger.
Game over.
Doppelganger, we are at 46 now. That's not great, but still respectable. Considering, like, I'm actually doing better than several other people. I'm okay with that. Let's look at our pumpability now. Let's just do a search for Doppelganger. That is better than triple S pluses, so that is a little bit of extra. Not much. Like getting triple S pluses would be better, but it's still better than the triple S's here. So that's like 23 more points.
How many more triple S's can you kick out?
There are only 5 more on 24s, and then I have to start doing 25s. Yeah, pretty good. Where's that put me on pumpability rating? Still 23rd. I'm right below Grandpa Windforce by less than 20, exactly 20 points actually. So if I were to improve something else, that would actually be enough.
Yep.
But it's hard to improve things. So, anyways, there's that. Yeah. Pretty happy with that. Oh. Go to start and immediately went to the demo loop. Alright, what else do I want to work on? I think I want to work on 1948. The S24. No, I need to do that too. No, I didn't bother doing Neocatharsis yet. You're right. Still need to do the 2 doubles.
Is it like the last?
I think so, yeah. I think those were the last 2. So let's do this. Let's do Neocatharsis, and then let's go clean up the those other extra added charts that I didn't get around to like finishing up. Because I played them, but I didn't get great scores on them. Let's see if I'm fast enough for this today. Just so hard to keep 240 going.
You did it! Next stage.
Let's play that again. Let's play it one more time. This chart's is really fun, but yeah, it really takes its toll on you after the first run, and then you still have to play like a minute 15 of everything else. Honestly, I think I would have preferred more runs over drills. At least then I could slide. It's so hard for me to keep drilling when I have no energy at all. But hey, that's why we do better. Also, remember when I told you RSS had record? Less than 24 hours later, another FPC does. Yeah, so he's got PG on S24, so shout out to another.
Was Bimera PG?
Yes.
Oh.
It was done in XX, for sure.
I was about to say this is the first S24 with
No.
PG, but Bimera was before.
No, it was done. Further's very close, I think. Further, I know, was like one graded long ago. I don't know if it got finished. But Bimera was definitely done in XX. I don't know what's more ridiculous, though. The PG on this, or his speed mod. It was 838. I'm like, my eyes are burning. And this is coming from the guy who played Pizza at 3X on NX the other day. Where you can't see crap ever. Yeah.
It's a tiny bit better than not BGA.
It's a lot better. It's a lot better. If I had to play this with BGA, I would like probably cry. Actually, I think my eyes would actually cry.
Depends on the ground. Logan's still hard to with BGA Dark.
All right, let's get this one more play, just for consistency's sake, because it's good practice. And like I said, it's really fun. Like it's legitimately really fun. I think I still live. I think I still live, barely.
You did it!
36 misses. Yeah, but it's the good kind of evil. It's like one of the best charts of its kind. Which isn't saying much considering we don't have a lot of charts of this kind.
Next stage.
Yeah, it's not Toaster. I'm feeling it, I can tell you that much, but I'm glad to at least do it again. I actually felt really comfy on some of those 240 runs once I started using my heel for the center more. And just started turning the heel. But it still wears that crap out of you, because that's 15 measures almost of just pure run with little breaks in between the bursts. It hurts. Good, maybe that'll make people shut up and stop asking for hard charts they can't play. Oh, I want to see the next 2029. It's like, are you going to play it? No, I just want to see. Well, shut up then. You don't need to worry about it if you're not going to ever play it. Let the people who actually want to play the harder charts ask for the harder things. Like, especially when the skill gap in Pump is so much wider between top and middle end compared to other games like Voltex. Like, yeah, Mini just stomped the new 20 on the second try, like PUC'd on the second try. But it's like, a lot of other people are good enough to be able to at least get somewhat close to that. Whereas for Pump, because it's so physically demanding, most people can't even attempt this and get like even like 10 seconds in. Now, I don't mind having things that'll push the limit a little bit more here and there, but they need to be sparingly, like the 1900 series has been. Like every like 4 to 5 years, yeah, that's acceptable. We're just gonna let this die. The thing is, we were fine with pushing the limits 20 years ago because we didn't know what the limits were. But we have gone through so many years of dance games at this point
Why don't you just get up and
that we
dance,
kind of understand where the physical limits actually are. We can't really go past that. Oh well, anyways. Enough ranting, let's go to Neo Catharsis.
Game over.
Because I still need to play the 2 shortcut doubles, and then we're going to play some other stuff. The physical limit is question mark, 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 question mark. We went back to NX1.
You too.
We went back to NXSB. Alright, make sure I played everything else. Yeah, it's just that. I got everything else though. Alright, all I know is that these are really hard for their levels. I don't remember what they looked like when I saw videos. Let's see how these first tries go. Let's see how mean Diesel is. Wow. What a chart. I kind of like it, but I also missed the whole bunch, so we're going to fix that. Those are holds, right? Did I just miss the holds? I hope they're not actually steps. Yeah, they didn't look like holes. I probably just missed. That's fine. Yeah, it goes by pretty quick, so it's hard to tell. I'm pretty sure they're holds. I'm pretty sure they're holds, and I just missed. Okay, this one's definitely on the harder end of the 23s, but I think it's fair as a 23 because everything's very broken up. The only really, really hard pattern are a couple of stairs and the brackets at the end. For a short, like if we're going by shortcut ratings, I think this one's actually just barely in bounds. It is fun. It is good. But it definitely makes you work. Is pretty fun. I like it for what it is.
Excellent!
Fix another time.
Really great job! Wow! New record!
I think this is legitimately a good shortcut. And surprisingly, it manages to hit all the major spots of the song without feeling too awkward chopped up. Like, it is a little weird.
Next stage.
But I think it's actually fine this way. It's fun. Good job. It's a really good one. Now we gotta get through this sucker. This looked extremely difficult for 25. But they don't want anything harder than paradox in shortcuts, so 25 it is. Yeah. Yeah, Paradox Shortcut's 26. It's by far the hardest. That's why I haven't played it. Because that is way too much 220 stacked back to back with no rest. I am freaking terrified. I just want to get through this in one try, hopefully. But I don't even remember what the chart looked like, so... Other than having a ton of run. Okay. I'm not even gonna play that. Hold on. I need to reset my brain. Jesus. Yeah.
Get up and dance, man.
That first part kind of broke my brain. I'm like, what the hell is even going on?
Game over.
I did not want to waste energy for the end. So I'm like, hold it, time out. Time out. Let's look at that for a second. That is so rough.
New tunes. Online matching. Difficulties only single. Shortcut.
I think I will need to speed after all. This sure is a chart. That's the wrong way, but whatever. Wow. I think I'm gonna spend some time reading that before I take any further steps, because I'm just in what the fuck mode the whole time.
Very easy.
Okay, we'll give it one more honest
Next
attempt.
stage.
But wow, there is just so much happening. My brain cannot keep up. Oh boy. Okay. One more serious attempt at this. But I definitely need to look at it. Why is this so damn hard? Maybe this is Diesel getting his revenge on me for me PGing unique. He did congratulate me on that, so big thanks to him. What? Oh no. Don't tell me I just failed at the end because I dropped that hold. Oh, I'm having so many close calls.
Wow! New record!
Ow! That was some good jumping, but ow! I pass! God.
Stage!
I also have no idea how I comboed the stair because I didn't even do it remotely right in any way possible.
Telekinesis. You tell the sensors, I pressed you.
Look, if I could do that, I could pull a Nevsys with my mind. Oh, you need feet to play this game? I don't think so.
You don't know these words.
You must get rid of the pad for me to play. You know why I require. Alright, we're gonna let this die. I'll come back at some point to this, but just getting a clear is good enough. Because, wow, I wasn't actually expecting to clear that.
Hey, why don't you just get up and dance?
I was honestly expecting to take at least a few more shots at that to puzzle it out, but if you just go, you just go.
Game over!
Alright, I think, what am I gonna do for the rest of the day here? I don't really want to play much more, because I've already actually done some pretty good stuff. And I kind of want to go eat that lasagna. Still have leftovers from Saturday's cooking. The final piece of lasagna finally going. Let's take a few shots at Catastrophe. See if I can finally get it. Oh, glad not. I'm actually going to let the chart play through first just so I can refresh my memory. I would much rather let it refresh my memory before we do anything on it. So remember to actually push down so I don't drop over. like stayed alive so I could see it. We'll do that again and actually pay attention.
Game over.
Oh. Like I said, we just want to kind of see where we're going with this. I wish I knew who Chaos Legion was, because I would probably hire them for a background with how good that title card is. Although, knowing our luck, it might just be a freaking Firebird alias. We're just gonna make it work.
Hey, we need views.
And we got 580,000, almost nothing
Next
happened.
stage.
Okay, let's actually go for it. There, just to remove all doubt about Life Bar. Okay, let's make a couple attempts at this. Lost a little too much health. I can do it, I just need to not lose so much health. No, we can do it, we can do it, we can do it. We can do it. I need to push those runs and not lose health. I'm not super tired, I can do it. Let's actually take a look real quick. Really gotta go. We can do it. It was a really good start too. So. I tried to cheat too early and I missed a whole bunch. I'll give it one more try. I'll give it one more shot. But I can't afford to cheat early because otherwise I miss a bunch in a row. I have to go right at the right time. I can definitely push it. It was a pretty poor middle run too, so didn't save as much health as I should have. If we just combine those two tries, best parts together, that should be enough. Excuse me, sorry. So we'll get one more shot of catastrophe here. Really focus on those runs. All right, let's go. Brackets at the end on my left foot. No, I'm going one more time. I'm going one more time. Oh! Oh! I thought I failed!
New record!
Nice.
That is 3 separate times. Also nice, yeah. That is 3 times today. I thought I failed, but I barely passed. Wow. Yes, 0.0% moment. Oh my god. Finally another 26 on the board again. Yeah, after playing this one again, I thought it was high difficulty because of the ending at first, but I would say it's mid now. It is really hard at the end, but there's enough downtime to rest. And you just have to push through 2 major sections. The first half is pretty free. You don't have to spend a whole lot of energy to even score it. So, yeah. It's a good chart. Like, it's a really fun chart, a good song. I just wish it had a dedicated BGA because that title card is really good, too. Alright. That's a good one to end on. I'm just happy to get my pass and be happy there. Because I've been trying for that since it came out.
Hey, why don't you just get up and dance, Dan?
So did a Conrad, did a Diesel, and then redid a Conrad. Pretty good haul.
Game
Oh yeah, I did. Good call. Alrighty, y'all. That's gonna do it for Pump today and for stream in general, probably. Like I said earlier, during the Doom stuff, I have my Room of Ultimate Doom tomorrow. Let me see. Let me double check the schedule, what time it is. Let me see here. Where's the schedule again? News. Schedule. Okay, so Ultimate Doom will be on the No Glitches Allowed channel at 4:30 Eastern. That's 3:30 Central, 4:30 Eastern tomorrow. So I'll be running UV speed. So it should be good. My practice runs have all been under 25. So as long as I get under 25, that's a good marathon run. But my estimate's 30. So it would take like a complete disaster to not finish under estimate. So we'll see what happens. Thank you for the good luck. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something else and I forgot what. Yeah, so we'll continue streams of like pump stuff for AAPI weekend for hotfix, GAQ hotfix another time. Tonight, Ellie and I might do some Quake or do multiplayer together. So if we do, I might stream that. We'll see. But if not, I will be around tomorrow for the marathon. So let me see if I can find y'all a raid target real quick, see who's doing some stuff. I wonder. Let's see if we can find whoever's doing runs right now for tomorrow. No, he's not doing anything. No. We're gonna try and find somebody. If not, we'll just we'll raid one of my usuals. Sucker's not doing anything. What else? That's not doing anything. Jeez, nobody's streaming right now. Oh, perfect actually. Satan's actually doing Peggle, and she's actually got to run Thursday. So let's go ahead of Satan. So, go give all the love to Satan. Go give her some love as she practices Peggle. She's really good at Peggle games. She actually had a record in one of the games. I think it was Peggle Extreme, and it was like Grandmaster or something. It was like one of the hard short categories, but one of the really hard ones. So go give her some love. If I don't stream tonight for Doom or Quake multiplayer, I'll see you tomorrow for the marathon. Thanks for watching, everyone.